Khana, let's get to all the big political developments of the day. Na hare hain, na harenge. We've neither lost nor will we lose. That's what Prime Minister Narendra Modi said today in the central hall of the old Parliament building as he addressed a meeting of top NDA leaders and all members of Parliament belonging to the alliance. The NDA leaders, including Chandrababu Naidu and Nitish Kumar, unanimously endorsed Mr. Modi as the NDA leader and the coalition's prime ministerial candidate. 21 NDA leaders signed the resolution which appreciated Prime Minister Modi's efforts in nation building, welfare of the people and development. In a long speech punctuated by a series of jibes at the Congress and the India Alliance, Mr. Modi made a pitch for governance by consensus and coalition politics, saying, and I quote, "Our alliance reflects the spirit of India and we are dedicated to upholding its constitutional values. When I was speaking in this house in 2019, you chose me as the leader. Then I had emphasized on one thing, trust. Today, when you're giving me this role again, it means the bridge of trust between us is strong. This relationship is built on a strong foundation and that is its biggest asset." He went on to say, "For me, all leaders of all parties are equal in Parliament. When we talk about Sabka Prayas, for us everyone is equal, whether from our party or not. This is why the NDA is strong for the past 30 years. The Prime Minister's remarks are being perceived as his acknowledgement of his reliance on allies, uncharted territory for him after enjoying brute majorities in 2014 and 2019. The BJP needs the support of TDP Chief Chandrababu Naidu and JDU Chief Nitish Kumar, who have been described as kingmakers after the 2024 Lok Sabha elections. With 20 seats between them, they hold the key to government formation. Without their support, the BJP with just 240 seats would have fallen way short of the majority mark of 272. Interestingly, while speaking during the NDA meeting today, Nitish Kumar said he would stay with Prime Minister Modi at all times, a claim that invited sniggers from his critics, given his track record. Nitish has walked in and out of the NDA alliance and switched political sides multiple times in the last decade. After the NDA meeting, Prime Minister Modi met senior BJP leader L.K. Advani and later called on President Draupadi Murmu to stake claim to form the government. Mr. Modi will take the oath of office for a third consecutive term at 6 p.m. on Sunday. As we count down to the swearing-in ceremony, there is feverish speculation about portfolio allocations among NDA allies and who will get which ministry in the new NDA government. While it is widely believed that the top 4 portfolios of Defence, Finance, Home Affairs and External Affairs will remain with the BJP, it is not clear if Prime Minister Modi will retain the same leaders as last time in these high-profile ministries or bring in fresh faces. As for the NDA allies, they are likely to get plump portfolios this time compared to the last 2 Modi governments, where their role and utility were rather limited. Now, with a dramatic shift in power dynamics, Chandrababu Naidu and Nitish Kumar are expected to extract a big pound of flesh in return for their support to the new government. While both have reportedly asked for multiple cabinet berths and Minister of State posts, and these possibly include agriculture, irrigation, rural development, infrastructure and the railways, significantly, the 2 allies have also made other demands, meeting which could get tricky for the BJP. For instance, the JDU has sought a review of the Agniveer recruitment scheme for the armed forces, one of the pet projects of the Modi Sarkar in its last term. Nitish Kumar is also be keen on a nationwide caste census, something the BJP has been strongly opposed to so far. On the other hand, Naidu wants special status for his state, Andhra Pradesh. His party, the TDP, says it intends to introduce 4% Muslim reservations in Andhra, where it is set to form the government. They say the reservation is not for appeasement but social justice, as the minorities in the state have the lowest per capita income. The BJP and Prime Minister Modi have been extremely critical of reservations for Muslims all along and made it into a major issue during the election campaign to attack the Congress. Naidu has reportedly also staked claim to the crucial post of the Lok Sabha Speaker. Will the BJP be willing to accommodate these demands of its allies, which may be in direct conflict with its own agenda and political interests? Just what could NDA 3.0 look like?
कि न हम हारे थे न हम हारे हैं। लेकिन 4 तारीख के बाद हमारा जो व्यवहार रहा है वो हमारी वो पहचान बताता है कि हम विजय को पचाना जानते हैं। हमारे संस्कार ऐसे हैं कि विजय की गोद में उन्माद पैदा नहीं होता है और न ही पराजित लोगों के प्रति उपहास करने के हमारे संस्कार हैं। हम विजय को भी पचाते हैं और पराजित का भी उपहास करने की विकृति हम नहीं पालते, ये हमारे संस्कार हैं।
और आजादी का अमृत महोत्सव के बाद का ये पहला चुनाव है और एक प्रकार से वो 25 वर्ष हैं जो हमारे अमृतकाल के 25 वर्ष हैं और जो 2047 देश जब आजादी की शताब्दी मनाता होगा, एक प्रकार से उन सपनों को साकार करने का एक बहुत महत्वपूर्ण पड़ाव ये 18वीं लोकसभा है। साथियों, एनडीए सरकार को तीसरी बार देश की सेवा करने का देशवासियों ने आदेश दिया है, अवसर दिया है। मैं देशवासियों का फिर से एक बार ये अवसर देने के लिए हृदय से आभार व्यक्त करता हूं और मैं देशवासियों को विश्वास देता हूं कि पिछले 2 टर्म में जिस गति से देश आगे बढ़ा है, समाज के हर क्षेत्र में परिवर्तन साफ साफ नजर आ रहा है। 25 करोड़ लोगों का गरीबी से बाहर आना ये अपने आप में हर भारतीय के लिए बड़ा गर्व का विषय है।
रेल मंत्रालय की मांग जो है वो पुख्ता मांग है, लगातार वो बिहार के हिस्से रहा है और एल.एन. मिश्रा जी के जमाने से, राम सुभग बाबू के जमाने से, रामविलास जी के जमाने से, नीतीश कुमार जी और स्वर्गीय दिग्विजय सिंह के जमाने से जो कार्य अधूरे हैं उनको अगर पूरा करना है तो निश्चित तौर पर पिछड़े बिहार को रेल मंत्रालय चाहिए।
All right, let's take a quick break here on the show. When we come back, we will discuss what these various developments mean and how they're likely to pan out over the next few days with our guests.
Helps beat sensitivity fast. Sensodyne Rapid Relief.
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार। विमल, बोलो जुबान केसरी।
Why is the state not looking at putting an embargo on that?
As a Telangana person, I will not accept.
How do ordinary folks deal with this?
The confidence is certainly back in the market.
Do tighten your seat belt so that you can withstand volatility.
I have one humble request to all the viewers of News9 is that please don't go, there will be a lot of choppiness, there will be a lot of volatility. Look at long term, don't look at short term. Buy quality, don't buy quantity, and wish you all the very best.
हमारा टाइम आ गया है और रहेगा। This and more. Streaming on News9 plus news is now content. Subscribe and get free vouchers.
Helps beat sensitivity fast. Sensodyne Rapid Relief.
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार। विमल, बोलो जुबान केसरी।
Welcome back. You're watching News 9 Live with me, Neha Khanna. Let's go across to our guests to discuss government formation and what we can expect over the next few days. I'm joined on the show by Bipin Sharma, senior journalist, Suresh Kochatil, political analyst, Reni Abraham, also senior journalist, joining us from Mumbai. And in a moment, we're hoping to be joined by Nikhil Jain, political analyst. A warm welcome to all my guests. Reni Abraham, let me start with you. You saw what happened today, the Prime Minister's long speech in the central hall of the old Parliament building during the NDA meeting, where he took jibes at the Congress, but also talked about consensus building. Now, it's not really surprising that we are now hearing about an NDA Sarkar as opposed to a Modi Sarkar, and a consensus and taking everyone together for the first time in 10 years, given that the power dynamics in the national capital have drastically changed. But first and foremost, what do you make of how things currently stand? Yes, the Prime Minister staked claim to form the government. President Draupadi Murmu has said that she is satisfied that he has the numbers to be able to form a stable government. The swearing-in takes place on Sunday. And then, the other interesting thing that happened today was Nitish Kumar saying, amongst other things, I will always stay with Prime Minister Modi. I'm not sure how many are going to take that claim seriously, given his track record. But whether anyone likes it or not, Naidu and Nitish Kumar are two people that this government does rely heavily on. What do you make of today's developments?
Well, Neha, if I may preface a bit, at least in respect of Mr. Nitish Kumar, he has come a full circle. If you go back to the 2014 Lok Sabha elections, he was very insistent, although in alliance with the NDA, that Mr. Modi, who was not the Prime Minister then, should not campaign in Bihar. So when I say he's come a full circle, is today, it is the same Nitish Kumar who has totally put his faith and trust in Prime Minister Narendra Modi in the 3-0 government that is being sworn in on Sunday. And not only that, he has also expressed immense respect from Modi, not only in actions, through gestures such as touching his feet, which was a genuine respect that he was conveying. And he has also, in his speech, for instance, pointed out that he would have wanted Prime Minister Narendra Modi to be sworn in today itself. And it's only at the insistence of the BJP that the whole swearing-in ceremony is going to be conducted on Sunday. So Nitish Kumar, for one, has come a full circle. And even as you point out, and as the media kept saying, Paltu Ram, we do not factor in the fact that there are only 3 sutras of politics, which is 1, coming to power, 2, retaining power for the full 5-year tenure, and 3, returning back to power again. So even though people call Nitish Kumar Paltu Ram, he has proven right on all these 3 parameters in Bihar. He retained his full tenure of government in Bihar, and he is continuing. And this came notwithstanding the fact that he had to first jettison out of the alliance with the with the RJD in Bihar. And that was when he realized that Lalu Prasad Yadav was imminently going to change the government structure and install his own son Tejasvi as CM. And preempting that, Nitish Kumar had rushed to the BJP and continued his chief minister's post in Bihar. So people may call him a Paltu Ram, but he had to do it for survival and he completed his tenure. Now, having said that, today we are seeing that a pre-poll alliance of the NDA, of which Nitish Kumar as well as Chandrababu Naidu were key components, have reiterated their faith in Prime Minister Narendra Modi leading them ahead. And that's how it stands, even as I had told you so yesterday.
Okay. One of the other interesting things that the Prime Minister said today was, "Na hare hain, na harenge." We've neither lost nor are we going to lose. Is this mere bravado or a reflection of real confidence that he can indeed run a stable government propped up by coalition partners? That's one of the many questions that is being asked. We will find out the answer in the days, weeks and months ahead. I need to take a quick break here on the show, but we'll continue this conversation on the other side.
He turned pro in 1993 possibly.
I had a lot of pressure being Milkha Singh's son.
You got to understand the pluses and the minuses of an individual.
Progress equals to success.
World premiere on the 8th of June, only on News9 Live.
Helps beat sensitivity fast. Sensodyne Rapid Relief.
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार विमल बोलो जुबान केसरी.
For the very first time in our investigation, we unmasked the killer of Ravindra Matre.
In 5G, we have to stand with the world, and in 6G, we have to lead the world.
Winning a Grammy was an absolutely surreal experience.
Start with the end in mind. You need to know where you want to reach. Every morning that we wake up, we are exercising our choice. The destiny is decided. The results are known that I'm going to win. Life of a goalkeeper is something which has always intrigued me. When you come into a stadium, this is the highest level of pressure. When I set out to do something, I decide in my mind that failure is not an option.
What you feel very strongly about, those are the stories to tell.
I have a mind which is absolutely restless. Mind and body are entangled sensations. That brings me back to golf. It's an amazing game.
This is not a perfect game. You only learn from them.
If you have a formula to a success, then you can replicate it.
I feel this is my first step. I'm starting now.
Winner is first born in the mind. I think, therefore I am. We are all about our mind.
World premiere every Saturday on News9 Live at 9 p.m.
Welcome back. You're watching News9 Live with me, Neha Khanna. We're discussing government formation and what is likely to happen over the next couple of days. Let's go across to our guest. Bipin Sharma is with me on the show. Bipin Sharma, let's speculate a bit on what may happen on Sunday and Monday. We don't have a crystal ball. As journalists, all we can do is speculate. So I'm going to ask you some critical questions. We are counting down to the swearing-in ceremony that's going to take place this Sunday at 6 p.m. It'll be very interesting to see which other ministers take the oath of office along with Prime Minister Modi. But there are a couple of critical questions at the moment. One, do you believe that the top 4 portfolios will stay with the BJP? And is Prime Minister Modi likely to retain the same leaders as last time, or could we see some fresh face being inducted into the Cabinet Committee on Security? For starters, let's talk about that.
Right, Sneha. So, you see, there's no denying that it's going to be an uphill task for Narendra Modi when he takes over as the PM for the 3rd time. But eventually it will be a smooth sailing, you see, because as we all know that a dominant, a very charismatic prime minister for the first time is going to be subjected to the compulsion of coalition. And as rightly said by the former Prime Minister, Dr. Manmohan Singh, the compulsion of coalition. So he has to perform his dharma to the fullest, and he has to keep his ally partners in good humor, because there are no other options. But the good thing is that you see, look at the coincidence, the beauty of our federal structure, and the pure coincidence that both the ally partners, the key ally partners, JDU and the TDP, are having a very prominent role presently, both at the center and at the state level. So, and incidentally, both the Chandrababu Naidu and Nitish Kumar happen to be the CM, the present CM. So, as far as the key 4 portfolios are concerned, you see, whether it is the Defense Ministry or the Agriculture Ministry, the Home Ministry, the Rail Ministry, so of course the Speaker's post. So with my journalistic understanding, I would say that as far as Defense Ministry is concerned, Rajnath Singh is going to be continued. So that is going to stay with BJP. That is for sure. And Home Ministry again, no second thoughts that Amit Shah is going to be the new Home Minister, and he's going to retain that. And as far as Agriculture Ministry is concerned, again, that's a very key thing, because we all understand that agriculture plays a very key role in our economy. So again, that Agriculture Ministry is going to be retained. But then as far as Speaker's post is concerned, and then Rail Ministry is concerned, I think Rail Ministry might go to JDU, the allies. So, that is, I think, as far as keeping their ally partners in good humor is concerned. But then the important part is that we should not forget that the body language today said it all, you see, because the ally partners seem to be absolutely on one page, one frequency level. So it seems that it might be a very smooth sailing initially, I mean, as far as the first 6 months are concerned. And of course, the critical issues like Agniveer,
yeah, we'll come to that. We'll come to that. But, it's interesting you say that it's likely to be smooth sailing. Let's remind ourselves that the sulking normally begins after portfolio allocation, not before that.
Keeping in mind that Nitish Kumar's past track record.
Exactly. So every time somebody says this is going to be an absolutely stable government
in our country.
Exactly. This is a man who's become synonymous with Ayaram Gayaram politics in India, and therefore let me be very honest and say this, that when he said today during the NDA meeting, I will be with Prime Minister Modi at all times, it did invite a lot of sniggers and chuckles from many quarters, and most definitely his critics who will remind us that he has walked in and out of the NDA alliance at least 5 times in the last decade. Okay, my director tells me I need to take another break here on the show, but don't go anywhere. We'll continue this conversation on the other side.
There are beautiful golf courses, there are well-played golf courses, there are great greens. But I think we are a combination of everything.
Now, because of the nature-friendly atmosphere here, plenty of water, you can hear the birds. So lots and lots of birds live on this golf course.
Every corner you have a different vista. You have the beautiful Sayadri range behind you, and it's just endless. It keeps going on and on and on and on. So I think no matter what floor you are, you're always slapped in the face by this most amazing view that takes your breath away for a second.
This and more. Streaming on News9 Plus. Subscribe and get free vouchers.
He turned pro in 1993 possibly.
I had a lot of pressure being Milkha Singh's son.
You got to understand the pluses and the minuses of an individual.
Progress equals to success.
World premiere on the 8th of June, only on News9 Live.
One of southern India's largest cities is facing a water crisis in Bengaluru.
Water is constantly not coming. From the past 2 months, we are not having some water also.
The citizens deserve water security at the very least.
We are going office without bath. The acute water shortage really leading to citizens resorting to use of even private water tanks in multiple areas.
This and more. Streaming on News9 Plus. News is now content. Subscribe and get free vouchers.
One of southern India's largest cities is facing a water crisis in Bengaluru.
Water is constantly not coming. From the past 2 months, we are not having some water also.
The citizens deserve water security at the very least.
We are going office without bath. The acute water shortage really leading to citizens resorting to use of even private water tankers in multiple areas.
This and more. Streaming on News9 Plus. News is now content. Subscribe and get free vouchers.
Welcome back. You're watching News9 Live with me, Neha Khanna. Let's go across to Suresh Kochitil now. Mr. Kochitil, you know, while there are many who are saying everything seems to be going rather smoothly for the NDA so far. After all, Nitish Kumar and Chandrababu Naidu have offered full support to the government, and everything is expected to fall into place. But there are some issues that could become sticking points for the BJP and its alliance partners going ahead. Now, let's look at some of those sensitive issues. Apart from, of course, the fact that Naidu and Nitish want some plum portfolios in the new cabinet, Naidu has staked claim, according to reports, to the Speaker of the Lok Sabha. Is that something the BJP would be willing to part with, in your view? The JDU has categorically said it wants a review of the Agniveer scheme. It was one of the pet projects of the last Modi Sarkar. Is that something that Prime Minister Modi will be willing to do? Nitish is said to be very keen on a nationwide caste census, something the BJP has been rather strongly opposed to. Do you think they could change their stand on this?
Well, let me clarify. Mr. K.C. Tyagi, in his statement, clearly said that JDU does not and did not talk about the Agniveer scheme nor the caste survey. I think we should just go back to his press conference and a clarification that he issued today morning that the JDU is not getting into it. Chandrababu Naidu has made it very clear that he is asking for his 2 portfolios and, of course, a deputy speaker's post. But if you remember, GMC Balayogi was the speaker of the Lok Sabha.
Sir, can I just read out for you and the viewers what K.C. Tyagi has said? I'm quoting him.
Yes.
He said this at a press conference. Let me finish, sir. I'm quoting K.C. Tyagi. A section of voters has been upset over the Agniveer scheme. Our party wants those shortcomings which have been questioned by the public to be discussed in detail and removed. Go ahead, sir.
Again, please, for you.
This is his exact quote, sir, not my words.
No. He clarified later. He clarified saying my comments have been twisted out of context, edited out and used by the media. JDU is not asking for any review of the Agniveer scheme. In fact, the only person asking for a review, not exactly a review, but to see the benefits.
I beg
and
to
see if
differ,
there are
sir. I am
modifications.
sorry, but I beg to differ. You can complete your point. You're entitled to your view, but I strongly beg to differ. JDU is on record as saying that they want a review.
Can I show you this?
Agniveer.
Can I show you the document which he made later after the press conference?
Yeah, sure, please do,
Please go
because
back
I've
and-
just read out his
No,
statement,
no, I
sir.
shared that. I
We
shared
can't
that- I
change
shared that
facts
with you.
as per our whims and fancies, sir. They are on record as saying this. I just want to
No.
make that abundantly clear.
No.
They are, sir.
I
They
clarified
you
that with
you
your
can go
producer.
on
I
arguing with me
clarified-
till the cows come home. The JDU has sought a review of Agniveer.
No, no,
sir.
when I
Please
say
go
that
ahead.
from my
Please go
document
ahead.
that JDU's KC Tyagi post his press conference has clarified that the media has twisted his comments out of context. Please go back and revisit. Just go to Twitter. It is there on it. Official
Okay,
statement. of
you
it.
trust.
The
Okay,
only-
you trust
yeah,
Twitter
yeah, I trust
more
the
than
party's
Twitter
handle. Yeah, Twitter
more
handle.
than
I
mainstream
trust the
media.
party's Twitter
Okay,
handle.
anyway,
and
let's
Mr.
not
KC
argue
Tyaga's
about this, sir,
clarification.
because
Yeah, second point.
it's been
The
said
only
multiple
person
times
who's-
over the last few days, not just once. But go ahead. Yes.
Oh, okay. The only time that only person who asked for a review, and that too not exactly a review, Chirag Paswan has clarified that he is just asking whether to do a review. Already 3 batches of Agniveer is out into the Indian Army. So the BJP is not going to review it. And in any case, army is not a job, as clarified by Mr. Rajnath Singh before. It is a career, and the Indian Army has to stay young. We have to cut down on the pensions and salaries, and the government
Sir,
will
with
not
all due
clarify
respect,
this.
we are not here to discuss the merits of the Agniveer scheme. These could be your personal views, sir, and you're entitled to your views. I was talking about the views of the NDA allies and whether this could become a tricky issue as the BJP navigates the road ahead. So I think we're just completely deviating from the subject at hand by you expressing your personal opinion and telling us how great a scheme it is. It doesn't matter what you and I think, sir. It's about what the allies think. Let's please
The allies
be
said
very
it.
clear about
Allies
that.
said it.
And
Mr. Chirag Paswan said
you
it.
want me to quote Chirag Paswan?
Yeah,
You know,
exactly.
I can also do that. Let's not waste time here, sir. Let's please stick to the subject at hand. We're not discussing the
quote.
merits of Agniveer scheme.
You should go. No. Chirag Paswan, what did he say? What did JDU say? These are all kind of things that should be very, very clear, because we just can't be speculating. I'm
So
quoting
nobody is
from the official
speculating.
being-
They are on record as having said these things. They've said these in television interviews. They've said this in press conferences. I really think, sir, we are absolutely wasting time here. Can we please
Fine, then you
move
can carry on
beyond
with other
Agniveer?
panelists, please.
Sir,
If
can
you feel
we
I'm
please-
wasting time, please, you can carry
Sir,
on with other
well,
panelists.
if you're going to
Not
tell
an
me
issue.
how great Agniveer scheme
No, because
is,
when I'm
yes,
saying-
sir,
when
it is
I'm
a waste
quoting
of
from
time
my-
for. I'm sorry, but we are wasting the time of my viewers who want to know what's going to happen
Please,
with government
then please
formation
carry
next,
on.
sir.
Please carry on then. Thank you.
Yes, because
Please carry
Agniveer was introduced 2 years ago, so we don't need to hear from you right now how good or bad the scheme is. It is a waste of time, sir, of my viewers for sure. Rennie Abraham, let me come to you next. You know, I mean, this is such really a silly argument, but what I'm trying to ask is, how do you think the BJP is likely to navigate this path ahead? You know, it has been bitterly opposed to reservations for Muslims. Its ally, Chandrababu Naidu, wants to introduce 4% reservations for Muslims in the state of Andhra Pradesh. Nitish Kumar wants a caste census. Some of them want a review of Agniveer. And then, of course, you know, there are certain other issues about who gets which portfolio. How do you think the BJP will navigate this?
Well, Neha, if I may put in a small new bit over here, I was told today that Chandrababu Naidu particularly has made a point to the Prime Minister that there should be a census, so to speak, but on skills. I mean, that's a very different take on census and caste census and all that is being talked about and bandied about. So, you know, he is credited with having created the Cyberabad, you know, the cyber city in Hyderabad when he, in one of his earliest tenures as chief minister of the state. So, yes, you are right that they have to right now face the challenge, that is the BJP has to face the challenge of government formation. And definitely, whether they have demanded it or not. Like, for example, the TDP's Nara Lokesh has gone on record today saying that we have never asked for ministries. Yes, we will ask for funds, performance-linked incentives to promote industries. That is how Andhra Pradesh developed. We need the center's help there. So now, while that is his official statement, the fact is NDA will have to consider 1 or 2 cabinet berths for both TDP as well as JDU, as also along with 2 Minister of State berths, which is definitely part of the discussions going forward. However, as we know from past precedent, Narendra Modi and the BJP is never going to part with home, defense, finance, these crucial central, portfolios that are not state specific in context of politics. So that is also as true as the fact that they will have to allocate 2 cabinet and 2 Minister of State berths to both of these key components of the NDA, that is the TDP as well as the JDU. So that is the nature of politics when you do not have the full majority, and as I told you yesterday, the Agriculture Ministry is in all likelihood going to move to Shivraj Singh Chauhan, who is being really considered as a strong contender for the work done in Madhya Pradesh by him when he was CM, to set up a huge hub of agriculture where he was exporting wheat and soya bean to Europe. So on merit, that is where, because again, BJP is always very particular that the agriculture portfolio remains with it. You will remember that the NCP honcho Sharad Pawar had once sought to have the agriculture portfolio allocated to his daughter Supriya Sule, which was rejected outright by Narendra Modi, and that alliance could not come to be. So for the NDA, you have to keep your constituents happy, particularly when you are shy of the 272 mark on your own strength in the Lok Sabha. So it is a foregone conclusion that there will be cabinet berths that will be given to JDU, TDP. I mean, I don't see why, even though the TDP the TDP aspirant has on record said we are not seeking it. So that's how it stands.
And what about the Lok Sabha Speaker's post?
And this is one thing I particularly checked because it was in the air all around. And I am given to understand that, in fact, Nitish Kumar himself has told Prime Minister Narendra Modi that the BJP should have its Lok Sabha Speaker.
No, the one who's taking claim to it is not Nitish, it's Naidu.
Correct. But like I said, I mean, when Naidu's own man is on record saying we have not even sought ministries, Naidu would not, I had told you this yesterday, he is also, like Nitish Kumar, very indebted to Prime Minister Narendra Modi, particularly, during his incarceration, when the BJP is believed to have helped him, in the process of securing bail. And, he had a very near-death situation when he was in jail, which many people are unaware of. So he has an extremely close relationship with the BJP, and he would never upset the apple cart over a post of the Speaker of the Lok Sabha, if you understand what I am saying.
All right. Interesting. So you believe that, they will essentially all work it out smoothly amongst themselves. So let me go back to Bipin Sharma at this point. Bipin Sharma, any guesses as to which of the portfolios could go to the allies come Monday or Tuesday?
Well, there are plenty of portfolios that can go to the ally partners. I mean, for example, Ministry of Child, Women Welfare. So then, of course, Minority Affairs is a separate thing altogether. Then HRD Ministry is again a very key ministry. So, and then, as far as External Affairs Ministry is concerned, then again it is going to be a very contentious issue between BJP and their ally partners, because BJP for sure would like to retain the External Affairs Ministry portfolio and for their leaders. So I think it all boils down to a very interesting situation. And why I say this is because compared to 2014 and 19, Narendra Modi was, when he was the CM also of Gujarat, then also he had a very free hand. He used to take decisions. But what happens in a situation of a fractured mandate, or when a particular political party does not get a clear-cut mandate majority, so in such a scenario, then their ally partners keep them on tenterhooks. So I think, and then the process of economic policies, economic growth gets impacted. So this definitely is going to be an uphill task for Narendra Modi in his 3.0 stint. But then the important factor is he has to get his house in order. And there is a very strong likelihood that since Chandrababu Naidu is going to be content staying in Andhra Pradesh and doing the welfare of the residents of Andhra Pradesh. But then he's definitely going to demand his pound of flesh. Though the initial signs are quite different, the body language, they all seem to be very content, and they seem to be very comfortable with Narendra Modi as their leader and as the Prime Minister. So they are reposing all the faith in the world on his capabilities, his potential, and they were all full of praise for his earlier, this 10-year rule as Prime Minister. But then the point here is that, because there are a lot of issues where, the opinions, the views of the ally partners have to be taken into consideration. Caste census is going to definitely play a very pivotal role. Then one nation, one poll, uniform civil code, because BJP was quite clear, their leaders were quite clear when they were in the election mode, they were going to, for the rallies, they were making it very clear that when they are voted to power, uniform civil code will see the reality of the day.
And
so
surprisingly,
that again,
the JDU has said that they are actually okay with uniform civil code and one nation, one poll, even CAA and NRC. Agniveer, amongst the main schemes, seems to be the only bone of contention for now.
So the question here is review. So review, amendments, and so that I think holds the key to success here, how you can clinch, because ultimately if it has to be a smooth sailing, there will be a few hiccups, there is no denying that. But then it all boils down to the political maturity of Narendra Modi, Amit Shah. And we should not forget that Amit Shah is the Chanakya of the 21st century. And he would leave no stone unturned in ensuring that the allies are kept in good humor. And here, I must bring into the discussion a very important point. Harkrishan Singh Surjit, who was hailed as the master stitcher of coalition.
The great unifier, yes.
Great unifier. Yes. So then, Chandrababu Naidu tried to Harkrishan Singh Surjit in 2019, but failed miserably. So as a result, BJP again was back in power with a thumping majority in 2019. So here, look at the irony or the twist in the tail that here Chandrababu Naidu has joined hands with BJP and is in the NDA fold. So a lot of challenges are going to be there. But then, I mean, as they say, if the start is good, and then I think it seems that all will go well, and it hopefully should be a smooth sailing.
Okay. Now, in this last segment, I want to focus on Maharashtra politics. A lot has been happening there over the last couple of days. Rennie, let me come to you. Now, it would be pretty safe to say that Maharashtra has been a big debacle for the BJP in this election, a huge disappointment. And there seem to be a lot of rumblings within Maharashtra BJP already. As we know, Devendra Fadnavis has offered to resign, taking responsibility for the showing of the party. He has said, let me now be relieved of my ministerial duties so I can focus on preparing the party for the Maharashtra Assembly polls that are only a few months away. There are reports that suggest that Home Minister Amit Shah has urged Fadnavis not to resign. What are you picking up from your sources? Is Fadnavis likely to continue as Deputy Chief Minister or not? And what exactly is going on within Maharashtra BJP at the moment? Is there some sort of a blame game playing out?
Certainly, there is a blame game playing out, and most definitely, Devendra Fadnavis is at the receiving end of the same. Having said that, he had also visited Delhi, where he held meetings with the erstwhile Home Minister, who is likely to continue being the same, as also with JP Nadda, and where he has expressed his desire to resign. And as I learned, the Home Minister had discouraged him from, resigning his post in government as of now. However, I am also given to understand that Mr. Fadnavis has been quite insistent and asking to be relieved. So the last word on it is he has been told to hold his horses, let the swearing in process and all be completed, before which the party high command can take a formal decision in his regard in terms of his request. As I had told you yesterday also, the BJP will not go as per the convenient timeline of one of its party karyakartas, even if it is the former CM of Maharashtra, Devendra Fadnavis, who is in his avatar as a DCM now. So that is how its situation stands, and we must consider that, with Maharashtra having imminent state assembly polls scheduled in October and November, the party would be very keen not to project a big mistake on its part by either sacking Fadnavis, and secondly, they are looking at the aspect of, is there an alternative face that they can project so quickly before the state assemblies if were Fadnavis to be replaced. But his insistence on one side is certainly going to make the party take a formal decision, because he has been insistent, I am told, even though he was discouraged by Amit Shah and the national president JP Nadda to hold his horses for the moment, but they are aware that he is very, very particular about it. And on the blame game side, Neha, even right after his posturing yesterday and today, we are also seeing tweets being put out by executive committee members of the BJP in Maharashtra today, who are asking the question, if he if he was unable to secure the party its leadership position in Maharashtra politics as DCM, is he going to be able to make a great difference in an organizational post? You must not forget that that's a very telling criticism, because Devendra Fadnavis used to be the president of the BJP just before 2014, when he was, removed and made the CM of Maharashtra. So there is a lot of apparent blame game, and I wouldn't say infighting, but certainly Fadnavis has to take the full onslaught, although the reshuffle that will eventually happen is not going to be limited to Devendra Fadnavis. There are a lot of stakeholders in Maharashtra. The Mumbai parliamentary segment, that was a total loss for the BJP. 2:4 is the result they got, whereas in 14 and 19, the alliance that the BJP was in had secured all the 6 parliamentary constituencies of Mumbai, which is a very, very crucial segment. So, it's not just Fadnavis. There are so many others, whether it's Ashish Shelar, whether it is, a lot of leaders based out of Maharashtra who were entrusted. Ashish Shelar was the president of Mumbai BJP, and a very reluctant president at that, I am told. I am told that he was more keen on becoming a minister. So, all these people will have to answer the party high command on whether there was no cohesion in their activity, whether there was a false, confidence that they were moving about with. Although, one small thing in Fadnavis's favor is certainly this. His first explanation to the party high command was, look, I had shared the candidate list with the high command, and the high command had cleared names, which I only went and implemented. So, why am I being held responsible? But I take the moral responsibility, and I would like to be relieved. So that is certainly a point of merit that he is making. I mean, it's not been his choice all the way, is what he is saying. So there you are. That's how it stands.
Okay. And it does look like a very complex situation, I must say. Okay. Sorry? And it does look like a very complex situation. Will the MVA continue to stick together? There's been a lot of speculation about whether Uddhav could consider switching sides. What is Ajit Pawar going to do, and what are his MLAs going to do? Sharad Pawar's faction claims that many of them have reached out to his party. They want to come back. I have an update for our viewers. President Draupadi Murmu is going to administer the oath of office to the Prime Minister and other members of the Union Council of Ministers at 7:15 p.m. on Sunday, the 9th of June at Rashtrapati Bhavan. This is the latest update that we have. It's been tweeted by the official handle of the President herself. The oath ceremony, we had been given to understand, would take place at 6 p.m. Now we are told it's going to happen at 7:15 p.m. But we do have an official confirmation now from the President's office that it is going to happen at 7:15 p.m. on Sunday evening. All right, as we wrap up this discussion, Bipin Sharma, let me ask you, what is your take on what's happening in Maharashtra? Do you believe Devendra Fadnavis will insist on stepping down as Deputy Chief Minister? what kind of changes is the BJP likely to bring about in its organizational machinery ahead of the crucial Maharashtra Assembly polls? Then there are also a lot of questions about what's going on with Uddhav Thackeray and Ajit Pawar. What's your take?
It's a very important question, you see, because we should take into consideration the fact that Devendra Fadnavis showed immense political maturity, great heart, when he stepped aside and made way for Eknath Shinde to become the CM of Maharashtra, the financial capital of the country. So I think that was also great, compared to Uddhav Thackeray, who was reluctant when there was a formula of rotational CM, between an arrangement between BJP and Sena. So, that is one thing. And the fact that he has made it amply clear that the buck stops with him. And then the fact for the debacle in Maharashtra, the Lok Sabha 2024, and then the fact that he's wanting to concentrate at the organizational level in Maharashtra, so that, the forthcoming state elections, BJP again makes a marvelous comeback. And we should not forget that BJP is the single largest political party in Maharashtra presently, with 103 seats. So that is also, and then the fact, of course, we can't deny the fact that there is all the probability that BJP can take Shiv Sena, Uddhav Thackeray faction also into its NDA fold. So anything is possible in politics. And as far as Indian politics is concerned, you can't predict anything, and you can't write the political obituary of any politician. Look at Nitish Kumar. The moment we start thinking that his days are numbered and he makes marvelous comeback, and then same applies to Chandrababu Naidu.
Yes.
When the chips were down, how he is again.
Somebody who was in jail till not too long ago. So both these leaders.
Now he's in a commanding position both at the central level and at the state level.
And in Andhra. So he has all his fingers in the pie. A spectacular comeback by Chandrababu Naidu, and clearly Nitish Kumar, keeps proving his critics wrong. He may have switched sides, a lot of times, but clearly he is the ultimate survivor because his calculations seem to work out. Yes, very quickly, sir.
Yeah, BJP also has to understand, because when they'll analyze the reasons for their debacle in Maharashtra, the fact that they took some tainted leaders into their fold. So that also, because this is the reason why the opposition went hammers and tongs against them and cited the washing machine example. So I think that also needs to be borne in mind.
Okay, well, yes, that's also been said of Praful Patel, who's got relief from a tribunal in a money laundering case. So the opposition will, of course, continue to make that argument about the BJP's washing machine. But the big question right now really is, what is NDA 3.0 going to look like? The swearing-in ceremony takes place this Sunday. I guess the other questions are only going to be answered as time passes. On that note, Bipin Sharma and Rennie Abraham, thank you so much for joining me on this show. Well, that's all the time we have. Thanks so much for watching.
जानना है तो देखिए, समझना है तो सुनिए, सीखना है तो पूछिए, और कमाना है तो खरीदिए। जानकारी, सलाह और निवेश सब एक ही सुपर ऐप पर। पैसे का सवाल है तो जवाब है Money9। आजादी पैसे की, अभी डाउनलोड करें।
When we talk about India, unfortunately the country has the highest burden of road crash fatalities.
तो लगभग 76% लोग pedestrians और two wheeler वाले हैं जिनकी डेथ हुई है। While the highways are getting better in India, the local roads, the city roads, the town roads, these need to be improved.